the morning calm. And and today's kind of a really fascinating one in I think in a lot of ways. And it's looking at this idea of value and this idea of belonging, a profound sense of belonging. And I think that's so much where churches that's where we have to start. We really have to be absolutely crystal clear, emphatic about everybody belongs. Now, will the church be the right space for everyone? Well, that's a particular church be the right space for everyone. No, that we could talk about, but it still has to come from this basic orientation that everybody belongs. And we see Jesus talking about this in today's Lenten reading. Lenten is the 40 days leading up to Easter. And we've been going through a lectionary, in other words, a set of readings out of the Catholic Church, actually. And today we're using a beautiful one that I love. And this is Jesus is on trial here. And this is before Easter, obviously Easter Sunday, Good Friday. And this is what gets said. Jesus said, "As for human approval, this means nothing to me. How can people like you believe?" And here he's talking to the clergy who have him on trial, where when you look to one another for validation, are not concerned with the validation that comes from one God. So there's so much packed into that. I could talk hours on this one. So there's kind of two senses of belonging. One is we can base it all kind of down here at the bottom of the pile, which is a sense of belonging, sort of tribalism. Like, have we created a tribe, and do we have a sense of belonging within that tribe? Now, all of us have tribes. There's nothing wrong with that per se, but it gets to be a challenge when our only identity comes out of that tribal orientation, when it's just around our tribe. And here Jesus is saying, well, no, actually, your validation comes from God. You are a child of God. That's where you get your basic sense of belonging. Now, little detour. One of the biggest challenges of church, and I think a serious danger, one in the new church that Emmanuel Swedenborg points out all the time, is when you take this kind of tribalism and you shift it up and you believe that the tribal can speak for God. That the tribalism actually is God's voice. Be super careful about that. And we have a concept in our church: put not your trust in councils, sort of clerical councils, which is kind of an interesting warning. Don't trust clerical councils, because that's what they do. They shift this tribal to be God's voice, and we have to be super careful about that. And so what does that mean, as we pull out with it? Well, it means that we have to consistently remind people that they are children of God, consistently come back to that. And this is from this is a beautiful one that was in a reflection that I was reading this morning. The first question has to do with a basic self-estimate, a profound sense of belonging and of counting. So our self-estimate is based on this belonging to this bigger picture. If a person feels that they do not belong in a way in which it is perfectly normal for other people to belong, then they develop a deep sense of insecurity. And we can see that a lot with groups that we push to the side. If they don't have that sense that they can belong in the way other people can, it's not going to create anything good. However, the awareness of being a child of God tends to stabilize us and results in a new courage, fearlessness, and power. I've seen it happen over and over again. I love, it's Howard Thurman, by the way. And I just love that idea, right? Like, when we really, instead of kind of getting our core down here in the tribalism, we get our sense of identity up here in God as children of God. Doesn't matter who you are a child of God. That's why you're here. And where there's no worthiness, there's zero worthiness test. I can't say that strong enough. There is zero worthiness test to it. Lots of worthiness tests down here at the tribalism level. Like, do you belong to this tribe? But up here, no. So we start our identity up here as children of God, and then we bring that into our different tribes, our communities, our families, our relationships. And that puts us into a new fearlessness. That puts us into a beautiful place, because we're no longer sort of at the whims and the winds of popularity, opinion. We're grounded in something much deeper. And that's, folks, this is the call, right? We need more institutional bodies that are not grounded in a value around tribalism, but are grounded in a firm commitment to that everyone is a child of God, period, end of story. And that from there move into an identity in our communities that holds that as sacred and holds that as the real core. That's boy, I could. There's a million issues, right? I'm sure that are popping up in your head right now where we could use that, and I certainly do hope that we can take this message to heart because it's a good one, and as all gospels, like this is good news. It really is. Your value and worth is not based on your group. Your value and worth is grounded in God. Period. So however that looks for you, may you live that today. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little strongly about it this morning. So yeah. And by the way, you hear all those sounds. They are redoing our roof today. So that's what that is, doing the redoing the roof here at New Church Live. So with that, friends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little silent meditation to the sound of hammering and a bell. So there you go. You'll get to hear both. So we're gonna ring the bell, we're gonna breathe, focus on the bell, not on the hammer on the roof, and just have a moment of relaxation. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and bring you peace and bring you home. Amen. All right, dearest friends, let's get a little commentary here. And again, I hope you're doing well. And just a quick FYI, we had a wonderful night last night kicking off our Easter small group. And if that does have some interest to you and you want to hop on for parts 2 and part 3, you are more than welcome to do so. I'm leading that with our friend Shannon Carlson out in Austin, Texas. And I love to say Austin, Texas, just because it's always so fun to think in this very different world where I grew up on a road that wasn't paved, literally out in Western Pennsylvania, that we can have these wonderful connections, across the country, which sure is fun. All right, let's give a few comments here. Patricia, great to see you joining us this morning and wishing you a beautiful day. Marianne, hello to you and wishing you a great day as well. Rita, always good to see you joining us, Rita, and I hope you and your wonderful boys are plugging along and those great grandkids. Sherry, good morning to you, my friend. Martha, good morning from out there in the Midwest. And Sherry writes, wishing all a lovely day. Absolutely, Sherry. It was so nice this morning. It's been so cold out here. And it was wonderful this morning going out and going like, I don't even need to wear a jacket this morning. Jerry, good day and good Thursday to you as well. Linda, you are most kindly welcome, and I'm looking forward to our dinner coming up. That'll sure be fun. Marianne, I love that our value and worth is grounded in God. That's got to be great, and that so much is what people have to wake to, And it's a true value when we don't weaponize it. I mean, it's that's where it's I love the word grounded. It's like it's grounded in that love. It's not using that love to make us exclusive or this is real important. And it's not using that love to make exclusive truth claims like God loves me, so I have an exclusive corner on the truth. No, I think the people I know who are really grounded on God's love, they're so clear about who they are that they really do just allow other people to um what's the word I want to use here? They allow other people to be who they are because they're not trying to draw any value around that, which I like, any of their personal value. All right, let's see where we are here. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. And I agree with you. Uh I liked what you shared today. Shannon writes, Happy Thursday. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. And Shannon, great having you join us last night. Great job on co-leading that group, my friend. So, folks, just wishing you all the very best. And whatever time of day you join us or whatever week you're joining us on, some people no doubt are going to be watching this days and days later. So, anyhow, regardless, just know you are loved, know you are a child of God, and know if there's any way this little community here can reach out and serve, please let us know, and we will do everything we can to do that. So, folks, take care. God bless. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.